Well, just on the mend, pal. Just on the mend. Resting, eating, and getting stronger every day. And I'm happy. Everything's good. Everything's good. I got God and Jesus and healing, and I feel real strong about a lot of things. And we just hope that everything's going to go its course.
So the fans out there want to know the status of your health. You still a svelte 154, so you're not.
Yeah.
You're not back at lightweight again, that's for sure.
No, no. My weight has been stable. I've been feeling good. I have a great appetite, and I'm eating strong and right. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're doing things. I went through three procedures in 1 week, and was just released from the hospital Friday last week. So this is my first complete week of rest and eating and getting my strength back, and I'm ready to come back myself. Aspire to be.
All right, now listen, man. I know you don't want to give up the secrets, but I'm not going to let you get away from this food, okay?
I'm not
So, but the pizza is legendary. And I've loved the pizza, and it's unbeatable. You can go to New York, and Marino will agree now. He's eating New York pizza, and he's eating Sal's pizza. It's better than anything, even in New York, and that's a pretty high standard to get to.
Sure
What is the damn secret with the pizza? You don't have to dissolve. You don't have to divulge the recipe for it, because I've been trying to do it at home, Sal, and I curse and I just say to myself, I'm going to go the rest of my life never making a pizza that even gets in the same weight class as Sal's.
It's so funny because my father was a workaholic. He owned businesses, and he would have Mondays off like we do. And he'd work hard every day, 14, 15 hours a day. But Mondays...
What do you do for a living?
He actually, when he got out of the Army, he used a GI Bill, and he became a hairdresser.
Really?
A barber.
Well, I knew you did.
And I did the same.
You did the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a hair
But he did that
salon.
for a living?
Yeah. Oh, he opened up several salons. In fact, he helped me name my salon called, what do you think a boxer would call his salon?
I don't know. Rockies? Fighters?
The Uppercut.
The Uppercut.
Where all hairstyles are knockout.
Where was it?
It was in Rivervale, New Jersey, my hometown.
Rivervale, New Jersey, man.
Yes. I was born in Holy Name Hospital in Teaneck, New Jersey on July 13th, 1959. Did I say that? I should say 65.
Yeah, man.
But my father was my hero. I mean, Mondays we spent time together, and we'd go out for pizza, and I'd say, Dad, what should we get? And I'm on pepperoni, on this or that. He said, Sal, you can always tell a good restaurant, good pizzeria, just order the pizza that basic. You got the dough, you got the sauce, you got the cheese. If it's good, everything's good. Same thing. His whole thing was, if you could go to a restaurant and they could do a good linguine and white clam sauce, that's the benchmark. Everything else is good and authentic.
Really?
And those are my two signature dishes. And the pizza. All right, I had help, and I Googled. There was this woman, Beverly Collins, and I had my recipe, but I would Google like the best pizza dough and all this stuff. This woman, Beverly Collins, from the Midwest, she was the signature old Domino's pizza chef. So she would have this formula to help me evolve with my dough. We'd start with I have my kitchen.
Dough's the key, right?
Yeah, I think dough is a big key. I think the brick oven's a big key.
Yeah.
And I think using the very best of products.
Yeah.
You want to be the best, you got to utilize the best.
Yeah.
I'm spending $4.50 a pound for some cheese, where some people say, what do I do that for? I'm going to save money, I'm going to spend $1. No, it's not the same. You want to get the very best of everything. And so, we had a formula for our dough that worked well. In fact, I evolved right out of my kitchen. There's a little gallon bucket of a KitchenAid dough maker, and I'd use, as Beverly would instruct, to use the Sir Lancelot flour by King Arthur. No, and boy, let me tell you something. First month we opened, I would only make a few batches of dough. We'd run out of dough, so I had to make a turbocharged dough that would proof literally in a half hour, and it worked. I mean, I got a super dough, I got this one dough, and here you dough again.
How much dough do you make in a typical, for like we got Saturday today, so how much dough do you have to have on hand?
My guys are there right now, and I'm sure they were here for 8 o'clock. They probably prepped up with 5 batches of dough. Each batch of dough yields about 40 dough balls. So we got about 200 balls to go in today.
You put 200 pies out on a Saturday?
I would say at a minimum we probably put about between 150 and 200 pies.
That seems like an awful lot for
Well,
a
you know,
restaurant.
a
You know,
lot
I
of
could
our-
see for Domino's or something, but not for a restaurant like yours. 200 pies is a lot of work.
A lot of work. And let me tell you something. I've got a staff. I call them the A-team. They're second to none. These guys are phenomenal, and they know how to do it. And I've got appointed managers in each department. Our kitchen. I mean, we sell. You know, my first year in business, my most profitable year, because pizza is flour and water. I tweaked things. I challenged myself. I wanted to have the best veal dishes. I wanted to have the best meat dishes. I wanted to have the best fish dishes, the best salads, the best everything. That's just me, the best. So I evolved to become an Italian restaurant, but
Let me tell you something too, Sal. Though. I don't want to put anybody else's Italian restaurants down, but
No.
but yours is in a different stratosphere, okay? Because I've eaten pretty much everything on the menu. You know, I'm gonna tell you that a funny story you already heard was back when we were doing the fight, the week of the fight. I was running around, like I said, I couldn't even eat anything. I was so nervous. Sal's just running around like he's acting like he's having a party at his house or something. He's flipping pizzas. He's still training. His shoulders hurt. So I say I had to go back and do a bunch of work at my mom's house. I said we were with Billy C. Bill Calogero does this show every. Is he doing every once a week now or every day?
Yeah, we do pretty much a recap. We're gonna have a big show tomorrow too.
Yeah. So he did the commentary. He was there for the week of the fight, and he sits down. It's like noon on I think it was maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday or something before the fight, and we've been broadcasting every night there. So Sal was bringing out pizzas, and I will never get sick of his pizza. I could eat it every night. If I was stranded on an island like Tom Hanks, and they said you get one food. Water or pizza? I said, I'll die eating the pizza. Okay?
Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson. So we're in the restaurant, and I say I got to go to my mom's house. I said, Bill, you want to come to my mom's house? She's making lunch. God bless my mom. Whatever, she was helping us out the whole week. And he says, yeah, maybe I'll come. Sal says, I got some sausages for you, Billy. And he goes, and Sal's yelling this from back. He's listening to the conversation, got his back to us. So I got some sausages, and Billy turns around. He says, "No offense to your mom, John. I think I'm gonna stay." So I went and did about 3 hours worth of work, and I come back, and Billy's sitting on the stool.
Yeah.
He's rubbing his stomach. He says, "Oh, I had some sausages and onion,
Peppers
and
and
I had 2 slices of pizza. Then I had a cannoli. Oh my God." I can't believe I ate all that. Oh, jeez. He says, I give up. I don't think I can eat Sal's anymore. I said, okay, all right. Before I brought him down, I said, I'm telling you, Billy, he's got the best pizza. He goes, I'll be the judge of that.
Yes,
I'll be the judge of that when I get there.
He's in New York.
First day he comes back, he goes, you're right, man. That's the best damn pizza I ever had. And I'm from New York. And that's when he cut the commercial. What about the sauce, as they would say?
The sauce. Well, we use a high quality, great sauce with Italian tomatoes, and we season it. We use olive oil, we use pepper, a little salt, a little oregano, and we make the sauce every day.
You make it fresh, right?
Yeah.
Is it better to have it fresh than sitting around or jarred?
Well, what I like to do is have enough on hand for the following day. And we use, we're about a day.
How much you go through in a day, in a Saturday?
Oh gosh, we go through maybe 2 batches of sauce, which are a lot. It's a lot.
What's a batch? A couple of gallons?
Oh yeah.
And if you go to Sal's, sit at the bar, watch Sal work with the pizzas, because he's working the microphone and he's working the crowd and he's magic. But so he flips the pizza in, which is cool. Which is really difficult to do, by the way. It's not easy. First of all, you got to have the dough in the right state of mind to do it.
It's got to be in the right proof stage.
It's got to be exactly right?
It's got to have some elasticity that it just doesn't fall apart. And
but
you let it proof. You want to use your fingertips to perforate a little bit, and then you stretch it with the flour base, and you open it up. You keep a little lip around it. Then you can pick it up and you stretch it with your hands, and you stretch the outer thing. You got to get rid of the meat, the thickness on the sides. And you create the little lip, and you can stretch it, and toss it if you want. You get it down, you move it again, and
So you almost stretch it. You stretch it almost a little bit beyond the size of the actual pizza pan. Now, how big are those? The large pizzas? What's that?
our largest pizza,
Is it 18 inches?
18 inches. That's our grande. Our next stage down would be our large pizza, which is 16 inch, and we have our 14-inch medium, and we do a non gluten-free pizza shell that's about 10 inches.
Because I've watched you do it, and making it myself. You don't. It's an art form, man.
It is.
Don't kid yourself. It's not for amateurs.
No. They're called the great pizza makers are called the Pizziolo.
Pizziola, man.
Pizziola.
He doesn't appreciate how much I appreciate because I've sat and watched him do it. And to spread the sauce, he takes it looks like a soup ladle.
It's about an 8-ounce ladle.
Right.
And you want to scoop the sauce.
Scoop the sauce.
You want to put it in the middle and work it gently into like a
Clockwise, right?
clockwise, almost into like a not a whirlpool, a bullseye, and so you get the right consistency. You don't want the sauce too heavy, but you don't want it too light.
Right.
Equally abundant.
Enough to leave a good crust.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the cheese. Okay, so the cheese is another layer of art form. Describe that.
Well, you want to put enough cheese where you can still taste the ingredients of the sauce and the crust, and you don't want to overpower. See, pizza or Italian cooking or any cooking, it's a balance between art and science.
Right.
And so you put enough cheese that's going to not overwhelm any one of the other two ingredients, but is going to only enhance. And that's it.
That rustica pizza, that's always my favorite. You know, when I get that too. But what's in that rustica pizza that makes it so?
That's my family's pizza back in Naples. My mother was born in the island of Ischia, which is the island off the coast of Naples by Capri. And my family's still there making pizza, having restaurants. And my father's family comes from Guardia San Famandi, which is southeast of Naples. And
is that pizza, that rustica pizza, native to that area?
yes, the rustica, and I evolved when I started doing the rustica. That's using the fresh mozzarella, not the shredded.
Right.
And that has a whole different taste.
You slice it fresh right there. You slice them right off as you go.
Slice the fresh mozzarella. We peel it apart and make the doppels that look like little islands.
Yeah. But what do you call those things? Those slices?
They're little.
Like islands, you said.
We call it ovellini. It's the size of a mozzarella ball, and we shred it or peel it. And our signature pies are the rustica, and are pretty much the pizza napoletana, which is the one we use. It's like an old-fashioned margherita. We use the Roma tomatoes, we use basil, we use capers sometimes, and the fresh mozzarella.
Because you can get overwhelmed with ingredients on pizza.
You could.
And like you said something earlier, which was so key, is the ingredients, man. The ingredients, like location, ingredients, ingredients. And you have to marry them all together. Now tell me the whole history of this, because I don't think I've ever heard the entire history of this oven that you brought in there. Where'd you get it? What's significant about it?
Well, I looked at the kind of ovens that I grew up working with my cousin's pizzerias. My cousin Ronnie Cenicola and a few of his partners, they had like 5 Angelo's pizzerias in New Jersey. And that's where I really learned a lot of my craft at a young age. And we would do some things, and Ronnie had the kind of oven that they use for bagels. It's called a fish oven. It has a couple level shelves, and it rotates at 750 degrees, and you could cook a lot of pies at a like place. But when I came down here and I was thinking, I wanted a solid brick oven with some real good, fundamentally sound mechanics that aren't going to break down. So when you're in New York at a bagel shop, they also use this oven for bagels, the fish oven. I'm thinking, well, I'm on an island, and I'm going to have hot metal rotating in 750 degrees, and if it breaks down, I'm out of luck.
Yeah.
There's not going to be anybody that's going to come here 24 hours.
Yeah.
And so I looked at a solid, good Italian company out of Long Island, and it was Marcel & Sons. And I had a brick oven. I loved it. I researched it for like months and months until I pulled the trigger and said, that's the oven I'm going to bring in. And I love this oven. It's been a workhorse.
It wasn't cheap, right?
No.
It was expensive.
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
it looks expensive.
Yeah, they're about $20,000 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's it? What heats it?
Well, it's gas fired, so you'll look at it. You have, as the pizza evolved, you had the first immigrants coming over, settling in New York, and you had coal ovens. Anyway, yeah, the coal is one form that came over, and you had
Obviously, you weren't going to use coal in
no,
St. Simon's, but
no.
so you have natural gas that's
Natural
piped
gas
into the.
that's piped into the pizzeria.
Yeah.
And as I said, our pizza stones or bricks are like 2-3 inches thick.
And what temperature do you keep them at?
I like to cook. I could turn them all up, and it'll be 750 degrees, 800 degrees.
Are
But
there two different layers in there?
it's a double deck oven where you have solid bricks about 3 inches tall, and that's what happens with that searing. You know, you put the dough on a hot brick like that, it sears the dough, extracts the moisture.
Yeah, and gives that crispiness.
Yes.
And the only way you can get that done is with that 750 degrees.
Well,
that's an art form,
and
man.
that's it. And the way we have our pie line put together, we have a person that spreads the dough and makes a shell, and we have and does the sauce. We pass it down to the topper that makes it you know, after we get the cheese on it, that people choose different pizza toppings. And then we have an oven guy, and that oven guy is an oven master because he has the cognizant ability to time a pizza, to know what's going on, and have the.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Man.
it is.
Have you ever? I always see you on the pizza line slinging the pies. I don't ever see you work in the oven, but I presume that you worked it for the first couple of years.
Yes, I have,
and it's hot.
It's one of the toughest spots on the line.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably, right? Because if you don't get that pizza out, that thing's down the drain. You got to start over, man. And you got hungry people in there.
Hungry people, and you know, if we don't do it to their specification, or if it's not perfect, I'm not going to let a pizza leave my oven that way, going to the tables, and certainly my guys aren't going to do the same. So we strive for perfection in all we do.
Well, what about New Jersey? What was the best place you ever ate at up there?
My favorite place, when I go there, there's 2 restaurants, and I got a great friend up there in Westwood, New Jersey. He's John Pompilio. He's great. Sambonia. He's got the pizza, and he helped me a little bit with the dough. He helped me with a little bit with the cheese. We've been communicating back and forth, and he's a great guy, and he has got a great thing right across from Lewis Drug Store in Westwood, New Jersey. Go tell John.
What's the name of it?
It's called JP. Well, John Pompilio Sambonia. He's a great guy. And in fact, I'm going to ask everybody to keep him in your prayers too. He's a good friend, and he's going through a little bit of what I'm going through, and we're all pulling for him to do great things in the future. We talk every day, and he's a great man. And I told him I can't wait to come up and have your pizza, John. And but he's a great guy. Pompilio's John Sambonia, and he's got the whole. I'll tell you what, you walk into his restaurant, you're going to be in my restaurant. He's got the same thing. The food there is perfection. The things he does there, he strives for perfection. He challenges himself, and you know, like I said, we've got a lot of parallels going on here, and I just you know, wish to get up there and see him and have some of his pizza.
Whenever he's got veal on the menu or special, especially the veal chop, I'm thinking about it right now. My mouth is watering. It's the only place I'll ever eat veal. Tries. It was I think you had a special was veal. Was it marsala? And then you had, what was the chop that you had the sauce on? It was kind of a tomatoey sauce. If you get a chance to eat the veal at Sal's, it's out of sight. It's underrated. It runs underneath this radar of the pizza because the pizza is so incredible. Everybody, you can't resist it. But if you've eaten at Sal's a few times, go out there and try that veal. What's the secret, Sal, to the veal?
Well, I ask everybody, how do you veal? No, tease. And I'll tell you what, again, it starts with the best. I could buy veal at a certain amount of pound, and I could buy veal at a premium. I buy veal, I buy everything at a premium. And my chefs and my cooks, they know how to tenderize it, they know how to treat it, they know how to make it perfect. And you know, our signature dishes are veal parmesan, veal saltimbocca. We do
marsala, right?
Veal marsala,
which is,
and veal piccata.
Oh my God, veal piccata.
You could cut it with a fork, and it's just phenomenal.
It
the
is.
Taste, and then again, it's the science and art of cooking.
Yeah. But then there's the Sal's Pizzeria. I was just in there now, and listen, your soul is in that place, man. But it ain't. It's like a Christmas tree that's all decorated with lights and everything, but the lights aren't on till Sal gets there and shows up and puts the life into the place. And it's amazing, you know. Every time I go there, I have a good time. Sometimes we're a little too loud, so come on, guys, keep it down. We bring some of the boxing guys and stuff like that. But and that's the way we like it. But when Sal gets in there, there's life in the place, and it's a show, man. I mean, here's the thing: is the show is so good sometimes you forget how great the food is. Comes out with a microphone, singing Frank Sinatra. Now you got a big TV with all the fights we digitized.
Yes,
you know, in interviews and stuff, and it's got that feel that you can't get that anywhere south of the New Jersey state line. But the atmosphere when you walk in there, you close your eyes and you're in downtown Teaneck or downtown Rivervale or downtown. I didn't realize how close Rivervale was to New York when I looked at it on the map again. I mean, it's got that whole New York
about 20 minutes from George Washington Bridge.
Just like walking into a pizzeria in New York or better. You got no competition, Sal. I mean,
there's always competition, but
there's
like
no competition, brother.
Here's my slice on that. There is always competition. There's pizzerias trying to open up and do what I do, left and right. They don't last, or they close down, or they just find their own little market. But the truth of the matter is, there's competition. But how do you beat competition? By remaining and striving and maintaining your status as being the best.
Right.
And getting, you know, I'm evolving with pizzas left and right. We make new signature pies. In fact, my buddy John in Westwood, who has his joint, he came out with a mashed potato pie.
No kidding.
And we developed it, and I asked him if I could have permission to use it, and he said, "Sal, that's fine." And we tried to make it a shepherd's pie. We're putting some things on there, but his formula is phenomenal. It's been a success. We've been doing it for about a week now. You can get it by the slice, and let me tell you,
it's made out of potatoes.
There's a mashed potato pizza. Instead of sauce, you're taking mashed potatoes.
And putting it on top.
Putting on top, and then you're putting bacon, you're putting other things.
Yeah.
But that's how you evolve. That's how you create. That's the art and science of cooking. You know, you stretch your imagination, you stretch your palate, and you see.
How long you been in business now? Since what year? 2006 or 5 or something?
No, they say 2008. My accountant says, but I say we opened up January 5th, a Monday afternoon, in 2009. But we're in our 11th year now,
wow.
And it's been a ride. And you know what? And like I said, we never take our foot off the gas pedal. It runs. It's a machine. And
you think you're a more popular guy now, owning the pizzeria, than you were when you were 18-0 in Rivervale, New Jersey, in the height of you know, the glamour years of that, you know, lightweight to middleweight division there in boxing? You think you're a bigger celebrity now than you were back then? Because you put in that Ice Palace in Totowa, I mean, watch some of those fights. You know, there was several thousand people at those events. And when you were fighting, you can tell the crowd, you can tell who sold tickets and who didn't at those. I mean, you think you're a bigger celebrity now than you were back in the day?
You know, and that's what humbles me, because you know, it's all through God and Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, that has carried me and has enlightened me and has educated me and has humbled me. And I think that you know, I just give everything to Him, and He's my pilot. And I don't feel I'm a celebrity. I don't. I'm a humble guy, and I just grateful I could write the chapters.
Yeah, but